Hey guys, Kev here, and I have an unboxing to do for you. So I'm going to use the Jack Wolf Knives Little Bro that happens to be in my pocket currently with the Flow Party and the Northwoods Leatherworks slip. Absolutely fantastic. Now, this package comes by way of my good buddy Casey over at the Knives Fast channel. And if you guys are not subscribed to Knives Fast, I suggest you get on over there and you subscribe. I will link Casey's channel down below. He's a good friend and a good dude, and he was kind enough to send me a ZT. This is the new ZT knife. I don't even know the name of it. Hey, look at that. We got some stickers. Knives Fast. Quality knife content. You got the Killer Bunny sticker. That's pretty cool. His daughter draws, I think, a killer bunny every live stream. And then you have this cool Finch pouch. It's a pretty nice pouch, actually. So, yeah. This is the new ZT model, and Casey offered to send it to me. He was excited because he's like, I finally got something that you would want to check out, because I loan out a lot of knives to him and the pass-around group I run. And so I was like, yeah, dude, I really want to check this out. This is the most compelling thing I've seen from ZT in years. I would say Kershaw ZT, but the Livewire is absolutely fantastic. Check out my videos on the Livewire. I'll try to link them along the way here somewhere. But this is in Magna Cut. This is ultra thin. I mean, holy cow. Right out of the box, it does not look this thin on pictures. I didn't watch much content on it just because I was hoping I'd get my hands on one. We have a frame lock here, which is milled out externally and either just so thin or also milled out internally. Then we have a bronze pivot, and we have nice weave carbon fiber. This stuff is amazing in my opinion, and ZT is kind of the OG, I feel like, when it comes to this stuff. One of my first premium knives, honestly, my first premium knife after the bug out, which I would call premium just because it was 115 bucks when I bought it, was a ZT 0450 CF. I paid, I think, $180 for that, and it almost gave me a heart attack waiting for that thing, worried about how much money I spent. And to think back now, it's pretty crazy, but that was one of my favorite knives for the longest. I absolutely loved it. And ZT really does have a special place in my heart because of it. And I really love what they do, like their aesthetic with the carbon fiber. And it's the only time I really accept the one-sided thing where you have carbon fiber here and titanium here. And yeah, they're just kind of, you know, for me, they're grandfathered in. They're just one of the OGs. And so for me, this is a nice treat. It's really cool to see them doing some new stuff. So a lot of people kind of said this was blah and it looked terrible and all of that. And I gotta say, it looks cool to me. I'm really excited to check it out. So let's give it a flip and see if we can get the blade out, how's the detent, all that good stuff. And yeah, she fired out of there nicely. I really like this blade shape. I mean, this is just a clean ass design. In my opinion, this is a beautiful knife. This is a beautiful knife, ZT. Great job. Damn, that is thin, though. That is thin. Left-handed. Fits the hand pretty well. You can choke up like this. Kind of have a flat here. Looks like they're taking cues from the community. We like to tuck our flipper tabs nowadays. So they went ahead and did that. It's pretty comfortable in the hands. Definitely ultra thin. I can bear down. It's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely not like, you know, ultra contoured, super comfortable knife, but it does seem to work pretty well. And that thinness is pretty incredible. No lock stick. Beautiful action. There's got to be some play in there. Let's take a look. Little bit of play. That's ZT right there. Let me grab a driver. That's a new driver I just got in from CountyCom. If you guys are interested, check out CountyCom. They're now linked down below in all my videos. I am an affiliate there. I do have a discount code, so you can use my code. I think it's Lefty10. Could be LeftyEDC, but it'll get you 10% off of anything on the CountyCom website. These are super affordable drivers in titanium, so I just thought I'd mention it. Looks like it's going to be a T8 here. And I don't think Casey will mind. I just gave that a little tweak. We're centered. Pop that. Now we have, I'd say, minimal play, and we still have butter reaction. So I think it's just a super thin knife. So I don't want to, damage it or anything. So I'm just trying to be careful. Okay, no play at all. It's super thin, though. This thing is just flexing. And now we cannot swing it down. I mean, it's still got good action. Once it goes, it goes. So it might have went a little tight there. There's going to be a balance here that we have to meet. Honestly, I think I'm rotating that pivot a little bit, but we're going to see if we can find a middle ground here. There we go. Heard something. I mean, you can see when it swings down, it really does come down. So just a matter of getting it to that point. Centering still looks pretty good. Yeah, there's a little bit of play, but it's really not bad. And now we're swinging. So I would say that's acceptable. My guess is if I took this apart and I was able to fit skiffs in here, it would take care of said problem. That's not really a problem. It might be on their KVT ball bearing system, so I don't know if I'd be able to put skiffs in here. I guess I'm not going to try because it's not my knife, but you can see it just, I mean, I'm barely having to do the work here. I've heard you can flick it. So I've seen people flicking these, I guess because, you can get over here and you can just flick it. Now, it doesn't have a hole or anything there for flicking, so I wouldn't really call that a reverse flicker. But hey, I seem to be able to pick it up pretty easy and just fire it. It kind of is reminiscent of what you see on the Trevor Berger Urban. This is something this knife is known for being a fantastic reverse flicker, even though it's not technically made for it. It doesn't have a pocket or anything. Lockup looks pretty dang solid on there, about 50%, but that's good on a knife this thin. We're dead centered. No detent lash. I mean, I can pull the blade up a little bit, but that is not lash. That is, I can feel it's firm, and I'm yanking it. So if I do this, I'm not getting anything. Lefty friendly. I actually like how you have this resting spot right here to get in there as a lefty. If you put your finger on the lock bar, you're probably not going to be able to get it. Still works pretty well. So you can go pivot. You can go right here, which is, I would say, perfect. You just go landing pad and fire. You can even go on the lock bar and it will fire. So no pressure issues on this knife specifically. When you see me miss there, it's because that flipper tab is a little bit soft. This is stupid in my opinion. Why wouldn't you jimp the flipper tab out? Why would you cut the, like they're making you come up here and drag down? This is all smooth. That's extremely terrible design in my opinion. You need to put jimping there. That's my biggest gripe on the knife so far. Otherwise, I'm in love with this thing. I kind of want one of these. Really good lock bar access. Look at that. Perfect. This is an in-house design. You can always tell it's an in-house design when you see that Millennial Falcon right there. That's their in-house logo. Serial number 209. 545. That might be the, I don't know which one's the model. USA Magna Cut. So I guess it's the 0545. Really good flipper tab. Man, I gotta say, guys, ZT, like I said, they're one of the OGs for me, and they're one of the OGs with detent. They're one of the ones that I've always trusted with a detent. Look at that balance point right there. I mean, I'm not even trying, and that thing's perfectly balanced right there where you would want it, right? That's where you would want it balanced, is right about here where your finger is going to wrap around. I mean, it's literally perfect. Now, I would, of course, choke up like this every time. Feels pretty sharp. ZT is probably, in my opinion, one of the worst when it comes to factory edges. But this feels pretty good to me. I caught that on the choil down here. So, I don't know what else you could ask for. It's fanning that out. You know, of course, I'm not cutting cardboard or anything. But steel insert. They know how to make a knife. You know, I don't know what else to say. They, of course, say all their knives are made in the USA. We've never seen a factory or anything as far as I know. So I'm hopeful that, you know, that is true. That they do make the knives in the US. I really hope that's true. Yeah, for the price points they're at, you know, this is probably around $250. Yeah, it's a very compelling offering. It is. I think this is fantastic from ZT. If you guys haven't noticed this clip, this is wonderful right here. Look at that. Look how small it is. Super deep carry. Minimal as hell. Now, reversing it, looks like you have to take the knife apart. So I cannot take this, flip it over for you guys, but it does have a reversible clip. Let me grab a flashlight here for you. You see that right there? So if you were to get the knife apart, that doesn't look like a screw. That looks like it just sets in, and then the standoff is locking it down. Is that how that works? So I don't think I could reverse it. Let's see. I don't know if Casey's going to mind here. Apologize in advance, buddy. But I'm just going to remove this. I'm not going to take the knife apart. I'm just going to remove this and see if that helps. Because it looks like they have it set up where the screw actually goes straight through. And I wonder if they do that for a reason so that you can... So you can wiggle that out. I mean, I don't know how you would... You have to pry it apart. I think you have to take the knife apart to really, let's see if I can push this out. There we go. If I get that out, that's going to loosen that. But then that standoff is basically loose, right? And you would need to... See where that standoff, I don't know if you can see down there. It's hard to get you the angle, but it would sit right under that piece, I guess. I don't know how you would pop it out exactly. There's no screw there. You'd have to push that that standoff out, I guess. I would take the knife apart, I guess, is what I would do. But since this is not my knife, I'm not going to go any further than that. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this. I got to say, ZT, you guys really did a great job on this. I'm not seeing any major issues off the bat. You know, I'm going to spend a little bit of time with it. I'll probably do a rapid review or something. But look at that action. I mean, and that is with minimal play. I mean, really, really little, honestly. You could probably tune this to get even better than that. You know, I really just have the one gripe on the knife. It's a pretty big one. That flipper tab is terribly jimped. It needs to come back and around. I guess I'll show you an example, which... just happens to be a Divo knife. But if you look at the jimping here, the way we did it is it wraps all the way around. That jimping just follows that tab all the way around. So you can grab it anywhere. You can grab all the way at the edge of that flipper tab and it will catch your finger and you can pull down. On this, if you grab the edge, you're just slipping right off. You have to curl your finger up to get on this ledge to get that last jimp, to be able to really get it. You can get it if you dig in and drag, but I'm pretty sure I'm still getting that one jimp there. If I'm any further past that, I just can't really get it well. So that's really the biggest gripe on the knife. And I suppose you could have somebody just add a little bit of jimping there for you, or do it yourself with, you know, a Leatherman file or something, or a Dremel. Action's phenomenal. The size is really good. I'll give you guys a size comparison. Here's the CMB Sasori I just did a video on. Pretty close in that one right there. The measuring tape is right here. 3 1/4 is going to be my guess on the blade length. We are right at 3.2, 3.15, something like that. And you're looking at 7.5 essentially out to the end of that clip. 7.5 overall. Handle length 4.3, something like that. So, I mean, that's phenomenal. The thinness is going to be something that you really want to pay attention to. If you don't like thinner knives, if you want a work knife or something, you're looking at a ZT, right? Not going to be a tank. You know, 0.375 on the thickness. That's pretty it's pretty dang thin. The blade stock back here, 0.085, so it's probably 0.09 stock, something like that. Very, very thin. It's feather light. I mean, this thing has to weigh 2 ounces, 2.5 ounces tops. I mean, 2.5 would probably be pushing it, I would think. Let's see where the detent is. Detent is not early, but definitely not late. Doesn't feel terrible. They don't have a stupid detent ramp causing issues. Works well. Left-handed, just flips down. Not too worried about it. You can do the index push on this guy left-handed as well. Again, just don't love that flipper tab. That's really it. So, great job, ZT, on the 0545. And, of course, you're going to get that USA-made Magna Cut. I don't know what their heat treats are at from ZT, but somebody in the comments can let us know. And if you're looking at this one, guys, I say go get it. I will link anything I can down below. I don't know if I have any affiliate links that'll have this knife, but I'll try down below. If not, I'll just link it. But just a stellar offering from ZT, coming out of the grave, essentially. I haven't seen a knife from ZT in a long time, especially one I've liked. They went bulky again for a little while, and this is fantastic. So if they keep coming with stuff like this, I'm going to be really happy, and I'm just glad to see them back in the game. So thank you, Casey. Much appreciated, guys. Go check out the Knives Fast channel, and hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.